once-in-a-lifetime evening. This is Hussain and I'm Shruti, and we welcome each and every one of you to this gala evening that has taken 5 fabulous years and loads of hard work and dedication to get to the point where it is today.
The Global Indian Foundation, under the guidance of some great global Indians that you will meet during the course of the evening, have achieved their dreams of world-class education through their own efforts.
And I think, just as the 1,000 kids involved and their teachers, that the Global Indian Foundation deserves a loud applause, right?
Well, that's great. And on this marvelous occasion, the students of 6 countries and 12 schools have united together to entertain all of you present here tonight. Please put your hands together for them and their many teachers who have worked tirelessly to give you this spectacular evening.
Well, Hussain,
yeah.
I think after that thunderous applause, I'm sure that all our performers are just waiting to go la.
Okay la, okay. So without any further delay, please keep the applause going as we light up the lamp to begin this auspicious evening. And may we call upon the members of Parliament from Singapore, Mr. Inderjeet Singh.
Bai Yam Keng, the first Secretary of the Indian High Commission in Singapore, Mr. Bhandari, as well as the governing board members of the Global Indian Foundation, Ambassador Abid Hussain and Ambassador Aftab Seth, Vice Presidents Justice Dharmadhikari and Mr. Chandu Borde, Patron Dr. Hari Leela and advisory members Mr. Arjun Malhotra and Dato Hamid Hussain. Thank you, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, as you all know, our founding president, Dr. L.M. Singhvi, passed away recently.
Sometimes in our lives, we meet people who do more than many of us put together. Yet, they never stop to turn back and revel in the glory of their achievements. The founder of the Global Indian Foundation, Dr. L.M. Singhvi, was one such person who just kept doing more and more for the Indian diaspora. An eminent jurist, constitutional expert, and former parliamentarian, L.M. Singhvi was one of India's longest-serving envoys to Britain. He served the Lok Sabha from 1962 to 1967 and the Rajya Sabha from 1998 to 2004. He headed the high-level committee on Indian diaspora, appointed by the previous National Democratic Alliance government, and had been studying India's ties with its diaspora since his days as a law student at Harvard in 1951. Dr. Singhvi also conceived the idea of an annual Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. The event, organized by the Indian government each January, to engage with its 25 million diaspora spread across 130 countries. Dr. L.M. Singhvi was also noted for his championship of human rights and led the Indian delegation to the UN Conference on Human Rights in Vienna in 1993. He was a linguist, prolific author, literator, and a patron of arts. His works include Towards Global Togetherness, Democracy and the Rule of the Law, Freedom on Trial, Jurisprudence of Non-Violence, and a volume of poems in Hindi, Sandhya Ka Suraj. Dr. Singhvi was also president of the Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts. The Padma Bhushan was conferred on L.M. Singhvi in 1998, and he was bestowed with the Jain Ratna Award in 2001 by the then Prime Minister A.B. Vajpayee. But awards and accolades fall short in the presence of a man who will always be remembered for giving us the PIO card, dual citizenship status, and his last gift to the people of India was preventing auction of Mahatma Gandhi's handwritten papers in UK and succeeding in getting them back to India. Dr. L.M. Singhvi passed away in New Delhi on 6th October 2007. He was 76. He is survived by his wife, Kamla Singhvi, son, senior advocate and Congress spokesperson and Member of Parliament, Dr. Abhishek Singhvi, and daughter, Abhilasha. The Global Indian Foundation expresses its collective sympathies to the Singhvi family in this time. We are saddened by the passing away of a true friend of the Indian diaspora. It is hard to imagine a single human life capable of doing all the wonderful achievements in every sphere. But we at the Global Indian Foundation will continue to ensure that the legacy and vision of Dr. L.M. Singhvi lives on in the hearts, minds, and actions of every Indian we can reach out to across the world. Dr. Singhvi, we miss you.
May we all stand up and observe a few moments of silence, please. Thank you, everybody.
You know, Hussain, Singapore is a very fine city.
Yeah, I've heard about the fines for breaking the rules.
Well, I simply meant that Singapore is a great country. It's a mini world with people from all nations contributing in making Singapore a powerhouse on the social and economic front.
Absolutely, Shruti. Let us begin this special evening celebrating contributions of the Indian diaspora around the world. And what a better way to begin this evening than the Chinese orchestra presented by the very dynamic students from the Betty Secondary School. They have delighted the audience worldwide with their sense of rhythm through the piece called Mambo.